Episode 90. Today we're going to explore the dark side of music. Last episode we talked about the major scale and how it's important and how do we put it to use and all that business. Its arch enemy, and I'm kidding when I say this, is the natural minor scale. Natural minor scale, if we were to analyze it sound-wise, it is the sad, dark, depressing alter ego of the major scale. It's like whenever you hear things that are dark and you're writing a song about loss and all that kind of stuff, or film score or whatever like that, the natural minor scale or the minor scale, some part of the minor scale is going to be the tonality you're going to use, and it's in lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of music. Okay, major and minor, like the two tonalities that throughout history everybody thinks, like to this day, a lot of people only think there is major and minor. There is dominant, but not everybody thinks in those terms. We do here, Guitar Collective. All right. Anyway, this is Rod, Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 90, exploring the natural minor scale. All right, first thing we do, natural minor scale. Everything's going to be in the key of E minor. We have a whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. So it's a whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. You use that formula, and it's a mathematical formula that wherever you use it, you will get a natural minor scale. Okay? Natural minor scale is going to be like the dark, depressing kind of that kind of thing. And some heavy metal, it can be aggressive. The natural minor scale, heavy metal is mostly minor keys and it's usually aggressive. So anyway, lots of every kind of music has minor keys stuff in it. Stuff is in minor keys. So 10 fun facts about the natural minor scale. We're going to get started. We're going to go through these one at a time, and then how do we put these into our playing? That's what today's episode is about. Essential scale, natural minor scale. So the first thing is every major scale has a relative minor. Okay, this natural minor is also a mode of the major scale, which we learned. We didn't learn the modes of the major scale in the last one. That's in the previous episode, but every major scale has a natural minor. So that what that means is everything we did before was in the key of G major. If we start that same set of notes, exact same set of notes, but we rooted off the E, that's a different sounding scale, isn't it? Is the natural minor scale. That is the natural minor scale. The natural minor scale is the mother of all things minor. Just as the major scale is the mother of all things major, there's many different kinds of minor scales, and we compare all the minor scales to the natural minor scale, the intervals of the natural minor scale. So Dorian, Phrygian, harmonic minor, melodic minor, these are all different kinds of minor scales. We determine what they are by their differences to the natural minor scale, the mother minor scale. Okay, I remember when I was a kid, I had that teacher, and I think I've said this in previous episodes, that said the only scale you need to learn is the minor pentatonic. Okay, now, what happened is I was in a band. We were playing in a warehouse, practicing in a warehouse, George Street, downtown New York, Pennsylvania. And we were practicing an Iron Maiden tune that was way over my head at the time. I remember that. But then I was given a spot solo, and I remember this. I remember this note working. That's not in your natural minor, or that's not in your minor pentatonic scale. I took my teacher literally back then. It's like, that's part of the natural minor scale. Anyway, so that's my story with natural minor. Learned the minor. I learned harmonic minor before I learned natural minor. Why, I don't know. Melodic minor, I learned that before natural minor. Why, I don't know. This is the mother scale of all minor keys. So anyway, with that said, all right, so it is a mode. Every major key has a relative minor, and in the key of G major, the relative minor is gotten by starting that scale off the 6th degree. And it shares the same notes as the G major scale. It's just a different key center, which is E. Okay? It is the sad cousin of the arch enemy of the major scale. Major and minor, those are the two fighting sides, and then the dominance in the middle. So, it is the backbone of heavy metal. It is the backbone of classical, so much classical music. It's the backbone of lots of pop and reggae, and it's in every style of music. It's universal. It is universal. It's in you hear it in everything. Minor keys are not style specific. All right, it's a great scale for minor blues. And yes, there is such a thing as minor blues. That's for another episode. Okay, it's a great scale for minor blues. Okay, works well over a minor chord. That's kind of obvious. Works best over minor chords and chords within a minor key. So E minor, the key of E minor has 7 separate chords, 3 of which are minor, 3 of which are major. And then you have that other chord. You can play the E natural minor over top of all of that. All right? As I said, it's universal across all genres. It is not style specific. And it helps you, like the major scale, helps you visualize the guitar and where the good notes are when you're playing over top of minor key stuff. Perfect for building ear training, minor key ear training, just like the major key stuff. You're building your ear. There's solfege, do, re, mi, okay, to the minor key. There's all kinds of building vocabulary, building technique, building up your beyond the tablature chops. Okay, that's what we Guitar Collective we aspire for. Okay, first thing you have to learn how to do is the basics. We have to learn how to read tablature. We have to learn how to play basic riffs. We have to learn how to play the song basically as it is, and then how do we go further? How do we cut the rope? And when do we cut the rope? And all that kind of business. When I say cut the rope, it comes a time that if you just stick to the script, it's going to sound canned and weird. And you really don't have a grasp of the song until you can improvise like your heroes can. All right. So the natural minor is perfect for building those kinds of chops. All right, 6 ways to get the natural minor into your playing. Again, this is a thing that you want to do. You want to memorize the core fingerings. I think the core fingerings are easy. The core fingerings will be in the description. All right. I'll give you 2 of them. There's lessons in the Guitar Collective. It goes further into it. All right, so learning the core fingerings, and then just every time is something I need to learn to play, and I want to learn to play, and it's going to make me better. I try to find a fun way in order to practice it. All right, so backing tracks have been... natural minor. That's what it is. All right, so with that said, memorize chord fingerings, practice with backing tracks, also learn songs in the key of E minor. Or not just E minor, all minor. But E minor is a good one to get started with because so many rock and metal tunes, and that's probably a great key to get started with. E minor. Learn the key of E minor. All right. So find songs like Nothing Else Matters, Another Brick in the Wall, the ending solo to Comfortably Numb. Yeah, so many others, so many other tunes. And like the major scale, what we want to do with the natural minor scale is we want to map those melodies and those notes on a single string. And it should be easy because they're the same notes as the G major scale, because all the G major scale is in the relative minor is E minor. About all up and down horizontally, and then we can also learn the vertically, and then eventually you're just going all over the place like that. So so with that said, that way. All right, so horizontally on all 6 strings, backing tracks. This can be a thing that what we take is we start with our minor pentatonic licks that we've already been working on because of a previous bunch of lessons in Boomer guitar sessions. And the natural minor scale has an added 2 notes. We have added 2 notes. And then, so if I'm playing a natural minor pentatonic, that note and this note are added notes in the natural minor scale. All that is me playing minor pentatonic and finding the outlier notes and putting them into that and then creating different kinds of melodies. Okay, number 4, we explore the triads. G major triads, E minor triads. Start with those 2. E minor, if I did E minor. So E minor. All right. Those and create melodies around that. Learning those all over the fingerboard. all over the fingerboard, learning where the E natural minor, E minor triads are, incorporating those into that. It's a new day. It's a new day. So lastly, actually not lastly, learn the timeless melodies in case like the Godfather theme, or the Final Countdown. Love theme from Romeo and Juliet's a good one. Ain't No Sunshine, Little Wing, Jimi Hendrix. Tons and tons of different songs that have the natural minor melody in it. Timeless songs. So if you don't know any of these songs, you check them out. They're all on, YouTube. It's pretty easy to figure them out. So, okay, with that said, this is Rod Gell's Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 90. The natural minor should be a scale that is absolutely fun to play with and experiment with because it's going to make you a better player. It's going to bring all kinds of things, all kinds of good into your life, and as a player, as a person, it's going to give you good luck. So I hope you have the best of luck. I know you can do this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.